Travis Scott and Drake, who have been slammed with lawsuits following Astroworld Festival disaster. As many people continue to deal with the tragic outcome of this year's Astroworld Festival, founded by rapper Travis Scott, 2 lawsuits have been filed by concertgoers who were affected by the unfortunate events that has left at least 8 people dead and several others injured. According to reports, an attendee identified as Manuel Souza, who was allegedly injured, filed a petition in Harris County District Court against Travis Scott and organizers of the event Live Nation, and scored more, stating that the incident was a, in quotes, predictable and preventable tragedy, end of quotes. The attendee stated that security ignored the possibilities of the outcome earlier in the day, like when, in quotes, concertgoers breached a security gate around the park, stampeded into the premises, and trampled over one another, end of quotes. The lawsuit also stated that organizers made the conscious decision to let the show go on, despite the extreme risk of harm the concertgoers that were escalating by the moment. A second lawsuit was also filed by 23-year-old Kristian Paredes against Travis and Live Nation and even Drake. In the documents, the lawsuit suggested that both Travis and Drake were aware or should have been aware of the crowd's reaction once they hit the stage together. He is now seeking $1 million over allegedly being pushed into the show's general admission metal barrier and suffering permanent bodily injury. Travis Scott has since released a statement and expressed devastation about what occurred. He wrote, and I quote, "I am absolutely devastated by what took place last night. My prayers go out to the family and all those impacted by what happened at Astroworld Festival. Houston PD has my total support as they continue to look into the tragic loss of life. I am committed to working together with the Houston community to heal and support the families in need. Thank you, Houston PD, Fire Department, and NRG Park for their support. Love you all," end of quote. So this one is just absolute madness, and I was listening to the news, and I saw online somewhere, and they said that what caused the stampede was actually somebody that was injecting people with drugs at the concert. Yes. We've not confirmed, but then they said, I think it was a security guard that said that somebody choked him in the neck with injection in some ring. And in the injection, they said that he collapsed. So they now later found maybe traces of cocaine or something. I don't know how confirmed this is, but then they found traces of cocaine in his body, meaning that somebody at the concert was actually going around and stabbing people with drugs.
That sounds like a conspiracy theory to me.
Yeah.
The reason why is because this is not the first time it's happening with Travis Scott. Yeah. I think even last year in the same venue, they actually had I think some situations with people being hurt. I don't even know whether it was even being killed as well. But this is like the 3rd time it's happening. Now, maybe it was part of it. Maybe this was a lone person that was also trying to incite violence. But I feel like when you look at concerts and you think of a celebrity coming to any place, you have to also consider that the crowd is going to go crazy. It's not the first time it's happening. When we had the likes of Michael Jackson coming into a place, people were fainting, people were dying. You know, it's something that happens with, you know, celebrities, musicians especially. Now you have Drake and Travis Scott in the same place, and you're looking at the surrounding. I'm seeing that there are no barriers. I'm seeing that it's just like an open space plan. So these things were bound to happen. Now them suing Travis Scott and Drake, I think it's also bound to happen because it's like somebody has to take the fall for this. So they are suing them in conjunction with the organizers because somebody has to pay or somebody has to answer for those 8 people that died and 30-something plus people that were in the hospital because this could have been avoided. It truly could have been avoided. And then I even heard like reports of Kylie Jenner, I believe, posting, like actually taking some snaps and stuff like that. It's not fun. Nobody wants to go to a concert and lose their lives. So if you know that you have this amount of power against people, then actually do your best to make sure that their safety is in place. But on the flip side of it, you can say they were not aware. They may have thought that those screams were excitement, you know, but those are
because there was a video that I saw on TV where somebody was telling the sound people what was happening. Even the sound people didn't even know. So they were like, oh, really? So it was eventually, so it's like what Honeypot says, and me, I will keep singing it on this show. Somebody did not do their job.
Yeah,
that's it.
Somebody didn't do their job.
This thing could have even started from when people forced their way inside. That alone could have told them to ensure that security was tighter, get more security people before the concert went on, because the concert hadn't even started. but people were already getting violent to get in. So that was supposed to tell them the type of crowd they had and how best to control it. But the show still went on, and now this has happened, and
it's very tragic.
Yeah,
and I think Nigerian organizers should take a cue from this. We've seen the likes of this, especially when the Naira Marley concert happened last time. People are jumping over the gate. So we need to take a cue from this, because we need security. We want to party, but want to party safe.
Yeah, security is important.